Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. We saw, just got a glimpse of what is the samadhi. Sri Ramakrishna explains samadhi to the devotees. The conversation then turned to the joy and sufferings of life. Conversation then turned to joy and suffering of life. Why did God create so much suffering? Once Vidyasagar said in a mood of pique, what is the use of calling on God? Just think of the incident. At one time, Genghis Khan plundered a country and imprisoned many people. The number of prisoners rose to about 100,000. The commander of his army said to him, "Your Majesty, who will feed them? It is risky to keep them with us. It will be equally dangerous to release them. What shall I do?" Genghis Khan said, "That is true. What can be done? Well, have them killed." The order was accordingly given to cut them into pieces. Now God saw this slaughter. Did not He? But He did not stop it in any way. Therefore, I don't need God, whether He exists or not. I don't derive any good from Him. M is quoting Vidyasagar's words. He's feeling bad about it. When some calamity happens, hundreds of people, thousands of people are dying. What does God do? Why do not God save them? Master. Is it possible to understand God's action and His motive? He creates, He preserves, He destroys. Can we understand why He destroys? I say to the Divine Mother, "O Mother, I do not need to understand. Please give me love for Thy lotus feet." The aim of human life is to attain bhakti. As for other things, the mother knows best. I have come to the garden to eat mangoes. What is the use of my calculating the number of trees, branches and leaves? I only eat mangoes. I don't need to know the number of trees and leaves. This question is usually asked by many, why there is suffering. Many times I feel, why should not be there suffering? What is man doing? He doesn't want to renounce. He doesn't want to sacrifice. He wants to grab and hold for himself. The other man is suffering. He is not feeling. Why should he not suffer? In what path is he going? Mercilessly he is destroying the nature. Look at the amount of petrol we are burning every day. From thousands and thousands of years, the nature went on. Without using petrol, we lived beautifully one with nature. how so many beings are living. Monkeys on the trees, animals on the grass and all, living, moving joyfully. But how much? What are we attaining? A little food to live and a shelter we need. We get that. But I want to, the amount of trees we destroy and nature revolts to that. Wherever there is selfishness, wherever there is assault on nature, the way in which humans are behaving, enmity, selfishness, greed, lust, to harm, ready to harm others every moment for his selfish ends, destroy the nature for his small comforts and needs. Then why should not nature? And nature has her own ways to balance. Whatever you do, it compensates. And there is no injustice in nature and God. Once in a way, when the every life you can see, there is a season. You can see lot of flies, especially in North India. You can't sit. Suddenly the population of flies increase like anything, especially mango season, March, April. You can't sit in North India anywhere. You'll be filled with flies. And next season, they disappear. A few flies will be surviving here and there. Mosquito season is there. Just 2-3 months back, there was not even a single mosquito. We did not feel there is mosquito at all. Now you see how they have increased. And within few months you will see again the mosquitoes. There are no mosquitoes again. Mosquito population in North India, that soybean worm. We used to sweep in winnowing fan and throw it outside in kilos. Every day, every house. We used to, on the Narmada bank. Every day, the moment you put light or anywhere, you will get 1 kilo, 2 kilos of below. Very badly stinking and looks exactly like soybean. It started coming after the soybean crop came into India. So this is, and next within 2 months, 3 months they'll survive, and not even a single you will see. Completely. Again, that's, you can see the trains here moving about. Rainy season begins. And it ends. Human also, nature. When a particular season, when man becomes very intelligent and starts destroying, nature wipes away. Some cause, someone's brain, she puts one idea of destroying. You can see wars, present wars going on in the world. You could see corona. One scientist's brain entered a corona and it came out in millions and millions, making everyone frightened and run, close their doors and sit inside. Whole world, it shook, wiping away. Tsunami. You can see tsunami going back, pulling down each tsunami. All houses, vehicles, your mobile and all. I saw the vehicles in there, it's pulling all the vehicles in the and entering into ocean. So nothing lasts. If you accept creation, you have to accept the destruction. It is obverse and reverse of the same coin. If you accept birth, you must accept the death. One sadhu was going for bhiksha. One house, they were making merry. They are so much joyful. He thought, oh, something is there, I can get nice food here. And went and called, Bhavati Bhikshan Dehi. Somebody came and saw a sadhu and brought variety of sweets, this, that and all, gave to him. He asked, what is the matter? All are happy and merry-making is going on inside. They said, child is born. And it's today's cradle ceremony. All have joined. Then he leaves a deep sigh. Oh God, he says, what happened? Why are you telling like this? He said, one more death on this earth. It is birth there. And he is saying, my child is going to die? Yes, whoever is born is going to die. Cradle ceremony. When will he die? After 85 years. But he has to die. One more birth means one more death. Those who were killed were not those who did not have birth at all. And they have to die one day or the other. Some cause. No, this was the cause of their death. So, why is because the other half we have forgotten. How much we enjoy the world, so same amount of suffering will be there. When human birth comes, the joys and sorrows are equal because his papa punya are equal, merit and demerits are equal. Then only human birth comes, more or less equal. If the merit is more, punya is more, he will go to higher lokas. If sins are more, papa is, demerit is more, he will go to the lower animal life and all that. When they are equal, he takes again the human birth. So when human birth comes, we will have almost same amount of joy and same amount of suffering. But we don't, these joyful days go fast and unnoticed. Suffering days, everybody remembers. How much I suffered in my life, they say. Did you not enjoy? Same amount has enjoyed. Door is open, 45 degrees. Is it closed or open? It is half, you can say, it is open, half open, or you can say it half closed. Glass is having half glass of water. You can say half glass is empty, or you can say half glass is water. Negative way of telling the same. When you say half glass, water is there, it is positive outlook. When you say half glass is empty, it is negative outlook. So we remember that negative outlook only. We look at the life. That is the problem. Why there is suffering? Because there is enjoyment also. You have enjoyed also. But it goes away unnoticed by us. Every moment we enjoy enters into. We say, how much I suffered. ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಂದಿನಿಂದ ನಾನು ಎನಿತು ನೋವು ನುಂಗಿದೆ. How much I suffered in my life. But where did you not enjoy so much of enjoyment? Ice candy, ice cream, Cadbury's chocolate and all forgot. Only suffering you are remembering. So that comes into picture. There is suffering. That question and Master is telling, is it possible to understand God's action? Now you see Ramakrishna is giving entirely, I am explaining to you in various ways, but Ramakrishna did not tell these words. He said, just like Buddha telling, there is suffering, there is a way to come out, escape from this. Each one has to escape from his. There is bondage, there is suffering, you understand, come out of that suffering. He gives, not like Buddha, suffering is there, come out of it. He said, you are Ananda Swarupa. Realize that Ananda Swarupa. Vedic times, he goes to the positive approach. I have come to eat mangoes. I have come to realize God. Let me realize God and enjoy life. Means time is so precious. Human life is so short. Why are you wasting seeing something happening there and wasting your time? Call on God immediately. When you see suffering, when you saw, when you heard that Genghis Khan has killed so many people, immediately start calling on God. Without wasting, analyzing what was God doing. Call on God. Every suffering that you see or experience is a missed call from God. Missed call has come, you have to ring back. So God gives the missed call and puts off. When suffering comes, when you see suffering, suffering is shown, immediately it means call on God. If you experience any suffering, you have to call on God. It's a reminder, it's a call. Call me back, call me back. Suffering. God and nature speaks not through language, through situations and through experiences. What you experience and what situation comes is the language of the nature and God. Immediately you must understand. Sri Ramakrishna is telling that. Is it possible to understand God's action? We can't. And His motive is working at cosmic level. He creates, He preserves, He destroys. Can we understand why He destroys? I say to Divine Mother, O Mother, I do not understand. I do not need to understand. Please give me love at Thy lotus feet, by which I transcend the nature and go beyond. All are suffering, all are dying. Let me become immortal, that there is no death. When the question came, the earlier Vidyasagar is asking, what is God? What was God doing? The question never came that why did they not realize God? There would not have been death at all. Human body was given. All opportunities were given. Why did they not realize God? No answer, you see. We don't ask that question. Some sadhus are there, Matajis are there. When I tell something like this, that person is dead. They will ask, have that person realized God? Is dead. But if he has realized, nothing, no more question. Was he spiritually evolved? What was his spiritual status or her spiritual status when that person died? We see how death took place, what happened, but they see with a different view. Life is so could he reach that goal of life? Has he reached that goal of life? The body is going to fall off. Before the body fell off, could they reach? That gives them great satisfaction. When President Maharaj passed away, even our Gurudev Vinayakanandaji passed away. What a joy! Realize soul, living body is entirely different. They were sitting independent of body. They never died. They allowed because this fruit has already come. Flower that had faded away is falling off. Who will worry? Fruit is got and seed is got. So no, nothing to worry. The realization. What matters is, did they realize? Why did not they realize? What was the difficulty in realizing God? So many people died and none of them realized. Oh, how the questions will be, you see. I have come to garden to eat mangoes. The aim of human life is to attain bhakti. You see, last, love alone remains. Loving God, loving all beings, and blessing last. Even after realizing God, even after becoming mukta through any path, jnana or bhakti, what remains last is pure unselfish love and blessing towards this world. May this world sarve bhavantu sukhina, uttering that most of the sadhus we found at the time of death, they are praying for the welfare of the world, blessing. Even when Vinayakanandaji Maharaj passed away, Holy Mother passed away. Holy Mother, before she passed away, tells the last words she utters. Jara eseche, jara ashenni, jara ashpe, ताकि हमारे भालोबाशा और आशीर्वाद बोले दाओ. Holy Mother, just before she left, the last word she uttered was, those who have come, those who have not come, those who are going to come, to them all, convey my love and blessings. Vinayakanandaji, on the day of his Mahasamadhi, sent Harkya to all shrines in Belur Math and arranged for his sevaks who are doing seva, you say personal attendants, 3-4 people, for them to go for pilgrimage. He gave them money and arrangements he made before he left body, and conveyed his blessings to all. Many had gathered around. Convey my love and blessings to all. Most of the sadhus, they leave their body with that words, convey my love and blessings to all. This is what we see. The state of realization. What remains last is love alone. Bhakti, extreme ecstatic love of God. Bhakti is where devotion. Bhakti, devotion means it is becoming, handing over myself entirely in an integrated state at the feet of God and giving my reins at His hand. Surrender. Arjuna hands over the reins of his chariot to Krishna. Like that, my lives and my existence, the reins of my life, and what controls my life, and what my vasanas are controlling, my mind is controlling my life. Now that what is controlling his life is given to I exist. What is sustaining my existence? That reins are handed over to God forever. This is surrender. This self-giving, entire unconditional giving to God is bhakti. Bhakti is to be in the I belong to God. I have given myself to God. I belong to God. God is the only refuge. Though it is very difficult to surrender, Sharanagati is so difficult, yet Sharanagati is the only way to transcend the nature and go beyond. For almost all of us, somewhere we have to surrender. If I have Jnanapada, I have to surrender to Guru. If I am Bhaktipada, I have to surrender to God. The unconditional surrender. I am giving myself entirely. Surrender somewhere, it must be. And that is the only way, and that is the only sustainable refuge that way never fails. Sustainable means at all times, hereafter you are taken care. You surrender, you are taken care for today? No. Taken care for the rest of your existence. That refuge is God alone. To Him the surrender goes. This is what we see here. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.